Hello everyone, it's Rough Start here, and I recently put out a video explaining how to install mods to No Man's Sky. So, I figured I would follow it up today by going over what I consider to be some must-have quality of life mods for No Man's Sky. These are mods that I feel enhance the base game by streamlining gameplay, and I believe once you install, you will never want to play the game again without them. Note, I won't be covering any graphics mods. These are all quality of life mods that improve the vanilla gameplay. So, without further ado, let's hop right in. The first mod I can't imagine playing without now is Instant Actions. This mod is as straightforward as it sounds. It makes your interaction with objects and people within the game instant. I can't even imagine the design process, which led to the decision to force the user to hold down the interact key for a second in order to interact with every single thing in the game. This drastically slows down gameplay and adds an extra step of tedium to every single action in the game. Also, I'm sure you've been in a rush and let go of the action key just a split second early just to cancel the action. Well, no more and good riddance. Seriously. Just compare these clips of harvesting crops and tell me the modded gameplay doesn't look smoother. This mod is a no-brainer. The second mod is a nice follow-up for the first, and that is Instant Text Display. This mod is also pretty straightforward. It drastically increases the rate at which text is displayed to the user. Unlike the delay to take actions, I at least can understand the thought process behind making text come up slowly, since it may, and I mean may, make it feel like the NPCs are actually speaking. However, that doesn't make it any less annoying after several hours of gameplay. Once you install this mod, there is no going back. It makes every encounter with an NPC better. The third mod is Fast Scan. If you haven't noticed a pattern by now, it's that No Man's Sky has what I think are arbitrary speed bumps to what I consider to be the core gameplay loop. The artificial delay to scanning would not be so bad if you could speed up the scan rate as you progress through the game with modules. But you can't. No matter how far into the game you get, trying to scan everything on a new planet you've just landed on will always take a serious amount of time, which I feel detracts from the urge to explore and discover. This mod doesn't completely remove the delay to scanning entirely, but it makes it feel significantly better after your first couple of hours of playing, by simply speeding up the time to complete a scan. The next two mods affect vanilla gameplay a little more than the previous three, so they may not be for everyone. However, I do think that once you've installed them and try them out, they will become a staple every time you play No Man's Sky. The first mod is Dude Starseed Flight Overhaul. This mod makes a handful of tweaks to flight in No Man's Sky that add up to be a much better gameplay experience. The first change you'll probably notice is an increase to the base flight and base pulse engine speeds. It increases the base max flight speed by 2 and increases the pulse engine speed by 4. This makes flying around the galaxy much faster and makes it much quicker to fly to each new unexplored planet. This would be reason enough to download this mod, but it's just part of what this mod does. It also overrides the basic landing functions of your spaceships. This makes it so that landing is much more consistent, and you will find yourself spamming land only to be met by error messages far less often. On top of all those features, it also adds the ability to hover while affected by planet's gravity. In the vanilla game, you can reduce your speed to 0 and hover in space. But on planets, this is impossible. Well, now hovering is available everywhere. If all of this wasn't enough, in the description, the mod author states that he plans on adding changes for better collisions, faster low altitude speeds, and more in the near future. So I recommend giving it a try. If you are anything like me, and chances have it, if you're watching this video, you probably are, then you likely enjoy hoarding mass amounts of resources as you travel the galaxy, always mining more than you need and stripping ore deposits of every last piece. And if you do, then this mod might be for you. The final mod I'm going to be recommending in this video will be a stack multiplier. I'm not going to recommend a specific one because there are so many, such as inventory tweaks, inventory balance overhaul, inventory rebalance, etc. These are simple mods that multiply the maximum stack size of each item in the game by a set amount. You can find them for any size you want, such as 2 times, 10 times, 100 times, and pretty much anything in between. There are even mods that decrease stack sizes if you are looking for an extra challenge. Anyways, increasing stack sizes I feel encourages more modding and resource gathering. Or a smaller inventory can force better inventory management if that's more your style. Well, that's all for this video. If you are going to add any of these mods to your current playthrough, or are already using them, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like. And if you like No Man's Sky modded content, feel free to subscribe because I will be putting out a video containing my favorite graphics mods soon. Well, that's all for now. And remember, just because you had a rough start doesn't mean you should give up.